24 hours to live. What would you do? Shit right there.
Yeah, I'm at the point where I can see the ending. Almost finished off the vision. Now I'm tripping off consequences from past decisions. Time's ticking, I got 24 hours to live. What do I do? Where do I go? Know it sound crazy, but that's what it is. What would you do? What would you do? If 24 hours marked the ending, probably start tripping off consequences from past decisions. Time's ticking, I got 24 hours to live. What do I do? Where do I go? Know it sound crazy, but that's what it is. What would you do?
If I only had 24, spend that with my son. Let him know that his life is about to change a ton. You're now the king in this castle, your manhood has begun. You must protect this house, let me show you how to shoot this gun. You must be brave, earn every dollar that you collect and save. Become an entrepreneur, don't stay no fucking slave. Invest in real estate soon as you see them prices cave. 3 different mutual funds, non-aggressive and ride the wave. Don't buy stupid shit, everything you purchase should earn you change. In other words, no liabilities, just assets and gains. Stay away from street niggas, don't ever join a gang. And watch the tongue of these women, they'll lie for your last name. I swear to God, the cool kids in school always gon' need a job. The lame kids own the businesses that they try to rob. If ever somebody take from you, even up the odds. I think you're ready, my son, you'll make the perfect vibe.
And I can see the ending. Almost finished off the vision. Now I'm tripping off consequences from past decisions. Time's ticking, I got 24 hours to live. What do I do? Where do I go? Know it sound crazy, but that's what it is. What would you do? What would you do? If 24 hours mark the ending, probably start tripping off consequences from past decisions. Time's ticking, I got 24 hours to live. What do I do? Where do I go? Know it sound crazy, but that's what it is. What would you do?
24 hours left on the earth. I'ma just break out into a purge. Rich people healing with stem cells. Black women missing their afterbirth. Organs from human trafficking, attacking the Vatican, killing the part of the massacre. Seeing us with bullet wounds, but they offering us bandages, thinking that niggas can't handle it.
No, they can't handle it.
Nah, dog, I never fell off. My last day on this earth, and I'm about to let a little hell off. Be killing no crooked police, to say for the past of the beat. I never take a knee, I never give up. Just pass the torch to my seed.
24 hours to breathe.
Nukes are launching, streets in panic, crews of warships off across the deep Atlantic. World destruction, earth eruption, seismic quaking, tyrants crazy, berserk and bugging. One day left while mothers hug their sons in stress. The end is Nazi men get fried, no other head above the rest. Repentance, try titans down, nations falling in an instant. I'm writing out till my pen gets dry. Every nation soldiers form assembly lines, so you can say it's over after them shits fly. Bombs over Baghdad and every sky. It's Armageddon, all I'm getting for your arm, leg, arm and head. You may see all of y'all on to heaven, cause it's hell here and now warden kicked in. And one day we all fall a victim, so go ahead and let your cracks and find a broad to dip. And tell your wife how much you love her before she's gone and different. Try to warn the world leaders, they did all but listen. That's why we all gone is with them, all forbidden. And they yet to fry forever like a sucker. Y'all we did and all at once, so let's say goodbye together, motherfucker.
What's up, I can see the ending. Almost finished off the vision. Now I'm tripping off consequences from past decisions. Time's ticking, I got 24 hours to live. What do I do? Where do I go? Know it sound crazy, but that's what it is. What would you do? What would you do? If 24 hours mark the ending, probably start tripping off consequences from past decisions. Time's ticking, I got 24 hours to live. What do I do? Where do I go? Know it sound crazy, but that's what it is.
Last 24, behold the pale horse on the police. I declare war. I gotta go, they gotta come. Eat the bullet from a fucking 44. There's a new sniper in DC. Nice to meet you, oh that's me. In my crosshair, I wanna see Donald T-R-U-M-B. I'm listening to Icon as I make a few pipe bombs. My mind racing, my clock ticking. My plan is to blow up Babylon. I'm going out like a martyr problem. Bring an end to Illuminati. I meet my loved ones at the crossroads. Shit, I'ma miss everybody.
I'm at the point where I can see the ending. Almost finished off the vision. Now I'm tripping off consequences from past decisions. Time's ticking, I got 24 hours to live. What do I do? Where do I go? Know it sound crazy, but that's what it is. What would you do? What would you do? If 24 hours mark the ending, probably start tripping off consequences from past decisions. Time's ticking, I got 24 hours to live. What do I do? Where do I go? Know it sound crazy, but that's what it is. What would you do?
money, cause it's always on the mind. You a superstar lady, she gon' get the bag. Stay coming with titles, cause she always poppin' tags. She a superstar lady, she be on the grind. Always talking money, cause it's always on the mind. You a superstar lady, she gon' get the bag. Fact that she my lady, got these other bitches mad.
Little mama, she'll go get her. Far from a gold digger, don't get her fucked up though. She don't fuck with no broke niggas. My clique lawyer, but she real. She got an attitude, but I can deal with her. My ride or die, I can build with her. She bring more to the table than pussy niggas. She ghetto, she bougie. She keep on racks in her Louis. My little chocolate Karuchi. I thirsty niggas, her groupie. She built like she from the boonies. All natural to the booty. She tastes like a mingle smoothie. The spoiler, that's my damn duty. It goes light, skimmer, action, little mama. You doing more than hurting them. Goddamn, you causing trauma. Your rating's high. Wow, welcome to the limelight. You a fucking superstar in this movie called Life.
You a superstar lady, she be on the grind. Always talking money, cause it's always on the mind. You a superstar lady, she gon' get the bag. Stay coming with titles, cause she always poppin' tags. She a superstar lady, she be on the grind. Always talking money, cause it's always on the mind. You a superstar lady, she gon' get the bag. Fact that she my lady, got these other bitches mad.
They mad, why? Cause look at her posture, so official. About her business, getting her chicken, nothing's artificial. Salutation, I salute her mama. Motivation, go and get your commas. About her business, she don't do the drama. Fuck designer, she don't do the product. Different pace, she got her own swag. And I ain't simping, no, she ain't no mediocre. She ain't gotta brag, cause talk is cheap. She let her actions speak. Ratchet hoes take a back seat, cause this one's for my real life superstars. Know who you are, real life superstars. She go hard, she go hard in the paint. Fuck it, I let her be great, and I never could stop the grind. Tell her it's nothing, keep gritting, but mama just shine.
You a superstar lady, she be on the grind. Always talking money, cause it's always on the mind. You a superstar lady, she gon' get the bag. Stay coming with titles, cause she always poppin' tags. She a superstar lady, she be on the grind. Always talking money, cause it's always on the mind. You a superstar lady, she gon' get the bag. Fact that she my lady, got these other bitches mad.
Let me tell you about my superstar lady. Very healthy, plus she move the bar crazy. Me, she raised in the past, day graceful and classic. I give you all the chicken one, baby. With no tricking involved, cause all the tricks are bizarre. You tall, thick, and evolved, beyond the shady. And go get it with force, I ain't tell her tree sword. You right, mom, we in the trying to make some babies. Next break fast like eggs Benedict. Her walk is fire, but her legs never quit. She got the voice of an angel, soothing the savage. For me, that's a much better fit. She live large, so I gotta match her energy. And start a company to add to our legacy. And talk marriage and dad to our little seats. So I grab her with passion and ecstasy. That brown skin glow, mature, but she's youthful. That fountain flow, she's more than the usual. When out the door, she's formal like suits, yo. Between the sheets, a freak make my proof show. From clean and neat to nasty, we do it, y'all. Freaking heat, I read the beat, she follow. Believes in me, believes in the streets. The team is sweet, she makes me a superstar.
She be on the grind. Always talking money, cause it's always on the mind. You a superstar lady, she gon' get the bag. Stay coming with titles, cause she always poppin' tags. She a superstar lady, she be on the grind. Always talking money, cause it's always on the mind. You a superstar lady, she gon' get the bag. In fact that she my lady, got these other bitches mad.
It's a dope ass cover, by the way. Shout out to Bar Powers. He be hooking up some fly ass covers. Shout out to Bar Powers. Shout out to the whole Black Sector Mafia. Shout out to everybody in the building right now. Little humble audience we got here. We got the lovely Ashes 611. You know what I'm saying, up in the building. We've got Southsider Double S, my man Mike, up in the building. We've got W Computer Shop. Name reminiscent of where I need take my MacBook Pro because the thing is totally dusted and disgusted and broken. We've got Los Kajit up in the building. The homie, the multi-skilled, just like ill-ass dude right there. You know what I'm saying? We got the rider Mike up in the building. And we got Redface in the building. You know? What's going on, Redface? What's popping? What's up with everybody, y'all? some of y'all know, like, the show Improve is like a show that I want to do, like a real show talking about like real things, not just talk murmurings about a Tyrese Sneed or this person. It's like an actual show I want to do. Get caught up a lot in, you know, just everyday life, different things I'm doing. Right now I got tours, music and shit going on, so a lot of stuff distracts me from it. And I ain't gonna front, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm a very just real, say what I feel type person. I don't worry about image and appearance. Oh, Trinice in the building. What's up, sweetheart? Yeah. What was I saying? Your long-legged self done made me lose my train of thought. What was I talking about? What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. One of the things that kind of like dissuaded me away from doing the show was having low-ass numbers. I would keep it real. Shout out to all the 5 people watching, the nice, humble audience. The low numbers be having me like, I don't want to do this shit. But at the same time, it got to start somewhere. I think everybody that, or most people that do their thing, they do it consistently, is, you know, it starts off low, but the consistency is the key. And, you know, as people, you know, feel your flavor or whatever you got to offer, it'll grow. You know what I'm saying? A good lesson for the lovely long-legged Trinez, not Trinice. You pronounce it Trinez, right? That's how you pronounce it, right? But because I think you were talking about the same thing. You know, you want to get your numbers up and everything. So honestly, I think it is just whatever you want to do, just do it. Don't even worry about the numbers at first. If you got a certain format or whatever you want to do, just do it and be consistent, and it's gonna grow. You know what I mean? So, you know, I said I'll just, you know, let this shit rock. I don't care if it's 1 person, no people, 8 people. Trinez, okay. Beautiful name for a beautiful gal. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna do it. Another like thing that kind of impedes it is a lot of times I don't be a lot of shit that people talk about like in YouTube. Like I just don't be interested in like that. Tracy Young in the building. What's up, sweetheart? You watch it, so I promise I won't hide anyone tonight. Yo, that's funny, yeah, because Tracy accidentally blocked somebody. Redface, I don't know if you caught it. I accidentally actually blocked you one time when I was doing the music thing. And I think I was on a bike. I had my phone in my pocket. And this has happened. This happened in L Frost chat room one time, too. Like, I just, like, thigh blocked somebody. No homo, I think I thigh blocked you one time in my joint, and then when I came back home, I saw your shit said, message deleted by Tone's, red face hidden by Tone's face. I was like, what? So I had to like undo that. So yeah, don't worry, Tracy, that shit happens. Do it because you like it. The numbers will come. Trying to get my numbers up. Yeah, man, at the end of the day, you know, you gotta like it. So yeah, you're right about that. I'm just gonna, you know, just let the shit flow. Do it because I like it. There's a couple things that, you know, have been going on in like the general media, general hip hop world, general black community that kind of did catch my ear, that I said I kind of want to like rap about anyway. So I said I'll just let it rock. Yeah. I think you might have left like when it happened or whatever. So yeah, no harm, no foul. You didn't even know that shit happened. Let's go to Texas. Oh shit. It's like I was trying to warn dude. I'm like, yo, I'm probably the most mellowest of dudes to have pulled up on you or to have attempted to pull up on you. There's other people that really want to see this cat like that, you know? For those that know what I'm talking about. Red got Hassan blocked. Say what? Email for you. I'll send you that thing. Atomic Yeti, what's poppin'? Whatever happened to Tracy Lee? That's a good ass question. I used to see Tracy Lee a lot, because I went to Howard University around the time that Tracy Lee was coming up, and I think he's from the DC area or Philly or something like that. And there was this like store across the street from the campus that was like a little music shop that Tracy Lee would always be up in and shit. What was that song he had? I forgot the name of that song. He had like one hit or a semi-hit song, I remember. It was like a party type joint or whatever. My man said he almost ready. Well, you know what I'm saying? You know, move in silence and everything will be everything. You know what I mean? So yeah. Shout out to everybody. Much love to everybody. Superstar lady. That's my joint right there. We got the new joint. I might play it later. The 6 Cents. That shit's kind of fire too. But one of the things, just to get right into it, that's kind of been like on my mind is this Tekashi 6ix9ine situation, right? And how I personally am not as mad at him and about the situation that's going on as much as a lot of people pretend that they are mad at him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, first off, I'm not mad at him at all because I don't know the dude like that. I'm not in that Treyway shit. The indictment has nothing to do with me, and usually if things don't have anything to do with me, I'm not going to be that emotionally moved. But even with the whole snitching thing, I do think it was wrong for what he signed up for to have done that and to have made that deal. Technically, yes, it was wrong. At the same time, it was expected that he did that or whatever. But it doesn't, it doesn't like upset me. Now, to some people, I can understand certain people getting mad. Like, let's say if for example, in your lifestyle, be it past or present, you empathize with the situation. Like, like one of my homeboys, I heard him say, like, yeah, just to see him on that stand pointing the finger, it kind of like ate at him. It was like a sense of empathy and shit like that. So I'm not talking about people like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about people that may have engaged in a certain lifestyle that can empathize. I'm talking about, the mass majority of the nerds that's just sitting down watching this shit that ain't never, been involved in any of that crap ever. And they're just like, oh, appalled. I'm clutching my pearls. You snitched on Treyway. I'm talking about those people. Never fuck with him in the first place. I was trying to write for him, actually. That's a funny thing. I was trying to ghostwrite for him. And I could speak on it, I guess, now, since it never came anything above, out of it. But I was actually in correspondence with the clusterfuck of people that were allegedly his management. Because allegedly the shit had done switched. And, we had a whole bunch of stuff going on. But I was actually submitting songs to write for him. Matter of fact, I have a song called Looking All Retarded. Some of y'all probably heard that. That's kind of in that cadence and in that flow. And a lot of those lyrics were the same as some shit that I actually wrote of one of the things that I submitted for him. And, I just kind of like ended up switching it around and, making it a song of my own. Send it me back. Let me know you have it. So, I fucked with his energy. I definitely didn't fuck with his level of lyricism because that shit didn't really exist. But I did like that, the aggressive energy. IG in a minute. I'm sending you something. Okay, cool. You know how I am on that IG shit, man. I never... That's where I'm like an out of touch, like old ass man with the Instagram. I still don't mess with... What's another one people are messing with a lot? Snapchat. I have Snapchat. I think I signed up. I can't tell you one thing, how it works. There was something on Snapchat. Someone wanted me to watch. I didn't know how to use it. I mean, just look at the shit. It looks like this. Is this coming in right? Well, I don't even. It looks too cartoonish. It looks like some old little stupid shit. I mean, look at this shit. Can you see that? Oh yeah, you probably can't see it. But anyone that got Snapchat, you know how that icon look. It looks very female and very kid-like. I'm like, why grown ass men are fucking with Snapchat? But yeah, I'll check the IG though. So, what was I saying? You don't have Snapchat? Yeah. I don't get Snapchat. Ain't it something where you could only post something for like a couple minutes and then it deletes, or only for a day or a certain amount of hours? Like, I'm so lost with it. You love Instagram though. Instagram is dope. I can fuck with Instagram, and it's getting better and better. See, I've never been a fan of the portrait mode like this. I like doing my shit like this. Like if I do a live stream, probably because I got big hands, like I could understand how portrait mode, like if you live stream or something, it's convenient if you got like normal size hands. But when you're a fucking giant, your hands could still, I could still do this. You know what I'm saying? Like pretty easily or whatever. But I say that to say that I see Instagram now, they got some shit called Instagram TV, and I notice on the Instagram TV it's more of a wide vision, HD. YJ in the building. Hold up, let me get you right there, brother. YJ in the building. We got Black Sector Mafia royalty up in the building. Yes. So So yeah, Instagram is getting better and better. I see they got some way to like it's real good for the music. I was getting put on the game by my man Mr. Hyde. He just got an album he dropped. He said Instagram is like his #1 tool in promotion. When we did all them shows, the promoter actually failed. They dubbed us. They weren't giving us promotion. They weren't promoting on their end, but Hyde was promoting on Instagram. So pretty much the bulk of the people that came through was from Instagram. Like, you know, their numbers are crazy. Used to take pics of my grandson and use the filters on them. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I don't got time for all that shit. Snapchat or Twitter. Yo, Twitter, damn, that sounds like some ancient shit to me. There was one time, I think when I first got Twitter, I was trying to like fuck with it, and then it just like fell to the wayside. I used to be on Facebook hard. That shit, I like rarely. I be having motherfuckers getting mad at me because they'll message me on Facebook. You might be watching, so if this applies to you, let me reiterate, don't take it personal. I just don't be on Facebook like that. You know what I'm saying? Then when I finally log in, you know that little electric symbol thing that shows your messages? I have like mad messages. Have whole like emotional roller coasters. Hey, how's it going? Da, da, da. Oh, you never on here. Well, fuck you. You never answer me. I'm sorry. How's it going though? And all of the messages I didn't read. I'll go through the whole emotional roller coaster ride, full circle. And I'm like, oh, my bad. I don't be on that shit like that. Twitter confuses the shit out of you. Yeah. That's cool. That little space of characters. I think Twitter, maybe Instagram now, but I think Twitter is like one of the things that really connected, let's say, well-known people. If I had to pick all the social media devices that connect like celebrities and shit to people, it'll probably be Twitter, maybe Instagram after that. Cause like you could, you know what I'm saying? You could chat up with some celebrity and they'll respond to you. Like they'll see your shit on Twitter. Should be in your IG now. Okay, let me check that out real quick. Superstar lady. I cannot sing. Why did I do that? Wait. Ding, ding, ding. Instagram. What's that Tommy song? Instagram. Let these niggas know who the I am. Brooklyn Zoo started following you. Follow back. Real Mike Mills started following you. Follow back. I was entertained by Mike Mills earlier. He was going in on me on this shit. Like, it's kind of fucked up what he does, but it's kind of funny at the same time. He'll take a story or a narrative and just put like, he'll put like a Jewish dreidel or an imposter Jewish dreidel level spin on a story or a narrative just to, you know, fit the world of his jokes. So I'm out working and shit. I'm just cracking up. I was just rolling. Okay, yeah, it's tone space with no space, just all one thing. Tone space, yeah, Trinez. Let me see. Let me check what my man Lewis is talking about. Yeah, well, Mike Mills was he's having a good old time with a bag full of embellishments about the whole situation with me. Basically, he said that I went on the road just for the purpose of seeing Tyree Sneed, and he said I went to Chicago just to see Styles. This nigga was having a ball, and you have other people in there like just following along, knowing how Mike Mills do, knowing that he'll embellish the crap out of a story, and they just following along with it like the shit was true. Like, yeah, that nigga a nut for doing that. I think he autistic. I'm just rolling. You know, I didn't even feel like explaining. I'm still not gonna explain. Anybody that know, you know, the real, they know the real. But that shit was funny though. How do I see? Is that old man shit I'm talking about? I don't even know how to check. All right, here we go. I was like, how do I check the messages? We got a couple new messages. Let me. I won't read them out loud, of course. You know. I missed a few things. Okay, this is one when we were on the hunt. I remember that. Tuesday, Thursday, yesterday, today. Very good intel, sir. Very good intel. Agent lost. Because remember, we all agents. You know what I'm saying? We all Illuminati, Masonic agents out this piece. So, yeah, very, very good intel. Thank you, sir. Sorry, we'll come face to face with the wrong dude. Yeah, yo. You sure will. You are the man. Word. So, what was I saying? What was I talking about this Tekashi 6ix9ine dude, though? Brooklyn on me in the building. What's happening with you? But back to 6ix9ine or Snitch 9 as they call him. Like, I'll just give a recap for those that may be under a rock. I won't even say that. Because a lot of times I don't be knowing about these motherfuckers. If I wasn't like trying to actually write for the dude, and if dude didn't stay near my Brooklyn crib, I probably would be kind of like lost to a lot that is about this dude. Red Baron in the building. Think you hunted Sneed just to hunt. You had business? Yeah, I had business near him. Followed him, sit you in town. Yeah, exactly. You know the story. I ain't gonna go through it. Anybody that want to know the scoop on that situation, matter of fact, I'll just post the show that I did that covered it. So this way, if anybody was in Mike's chat and was just following his spin on things, here's the real story if you're interested. Let me find it. Like I said, I went there just for that. That's funny. I wish I would just travel 800, 1,000 miles just for some dude for some smoke. All right, copy link address. Oh yeah, subscribe to the Poets King channel. That's where all this is right here. Here's the whole scoop on that Tyree Sneed thing. Boom. So yeah, it's the video there. You can subscribe, all that shit. He's in trouble if that's the shot. KDF, hi, how you doing? I saw you last night in Frost joint. Welcome. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to, I don't know, the sector. Is that is this technically part of the sector with Frost? I don't know. Welcome to these new sectors, plural, of YouTube. Yeah, but you and Frost are the ones with the info, man. He isn't important anyone to visit. That puts delusional. Yeah. Smash that like button. That's a fact. Good looking. All right, but back to this Tekashi 6ix9ine dude. Like, oh yeah. You know, as a quick recap. Y'all know, as y'all may know, he got with this alleged gang around November of 2017 to help promote his music. They officially made him a member, stuff like that. He had certain like dealings and stuff that he had to do to, I guess, earn his keep or his position in the gang. Some may call it extortion. Some may call it just paying certain fees. You know, a lot of his, or a good portion of his accrued income that he was making went to fund the organization, such and such. Some bullshit ended up happening. He ended up getting kidnapped. He had a couple bad dealings, and then it got kind of funky. Then he tried to distance himself away from them. The FBI came in, nabbed them all up, and they said if he doesn't make a deal with them, he's subject to facing at least 47 years in prison, anywhere from 47 to life. So he took the deal, and he basically spilled the beans, told on anything they want to know. A lot of the things that he told, in all honesty, was just kind of like co-signing what they already suspected or what they already knew, because they had them people under surveillance. The case against that crew that he was with has been open since 2013. So also a lot of the stuff that they got in trouble for, 6ix9ine didn't even have a part of. However, when he did get with them, he kind of like amped up the fuckery, because y'all might know he was beefing with this dude Casanova. There was some gun situations involved, and they were really holding homeboy down, 6ix9ine I'm talking about, and alleged illegal activity ended up happening, which kind of like amped up the charges from his involvement. So I will say that his involvement definitely put more on the plate as far as what was in the indictment and the whole gang injunction and stuff, right? But here's the one thing I got a problem with. All right, well, first off, when he got with them, with the crew or whatever, he had already had a charge with a young girl, like a 13-year-old girl that he was with, that he claims he didn't know that was that young. And he was at a party. He was like doing some like foolish stuff for Instagram. She was a runaway or something like that. So he already had a charge. And in the court documents, it said that he told on, I guess, one of his co-defendants that was part of that situation. You know what I'm saying? That was already court documented. So it was like when he got with this organization, with this, I don't even like using the term gang because I'm not trying to, support the whole idea of the, the injunction. So we'll just say organization. When he got with this organization a year and some change ago, the paperwork was already out that he, quote unquote, snitched. So it's kind of like, I'm not saying that they knew that. They, the people that let him in the crew, they might not have been that thorough to check the paperwork, even though it was public knowledge. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, that was already public record. So technically, what he did recently was right along the lines. It's like they had the warning signs already from, what had happened to him or whatever, right? But, so, all right, so that's one thing. And then the other thing is like, all right, if you're going to be part of an organization, you take a certain oath and you say, look, this is what we're about. If such and such happens, you don't tell. This is one of our like golden rules. It's the, the goose's golden egg of laws that we live by. You don't snitch and everything. Then absolutely he is wrong. Technically, he should have taken him 47 years. I don't care if they were trying to kill him or whatever. And the only reason I say that is because you kind of have to have known that before you got with them. It's like all the cards are there. Everything's on the table. You know that this is what this is about. You know they allegedly do such and such illegal activity. You had the choice then in November of 2017 to not become a member of that organization. That was the time you should have made that decision that would keep you from doing 47 or more years in prison. Not once you get nabbed up and you have to now go against the oath or the declaration that you agreed to. You know what I'm saying? You don't just breach it then. It would have been a much easier time if in 2017 November you said, look, even if they ask you, thanks but no thanks. Thanks for being in the video. I fuck with y'all. I'll still rock with y'all. You know how many rappers there are that are affiliated with gangs but are not actual members, and they still like pump their chest like they're that shit, and then they get all of the frills that come with it. You know what I'm saying? Which a lot of it is just fashionable surface shit anyway. He could have just done that, right? So I absolutely think he was wrong. But here's the one issue I have, right? And I'm not even gonna say the specifics of this gang. It's just something that I notice in the streets anyway, right? People will look at snitching as like this huge taboo thing that you shouldn't do. Which, okay, I agree. You signed up for the shit, you hold what comes to it, absolutely. However, you got other shit that goes on in the streets, other forms of disloyalty that doesn't get that same scrutiny. You got motherfuckers that'll I should watch my language, I don't even know how this YouTube do. I just do me. But you've got other people that are in the same organization and they'll kill somebody for, as they say, for a bag, for money. You've got all types of disloyal stuff, stealing from each other and all that type of stuff. And it doesn't get reprimanded anywhere near the same way that the snitching does. You know what I'm saying? The snitching absolutely should be looked at as deplorable as it is. But so should taking the life of another person that was your friend yesterday that now has this bag, or y'all had this disagreement, or something happened with this female that you now want to, or actually do, eliminate from this earth over. In my personal opinion, a lot of times that's worse than snitching. And this is the messed up thing in the streets. You could have all forms of disloyalty and it'll go unchecked. Everything except the snitching. And even the snitching, a lot of times when people do it, they find ways to weasel out on it. Y'all see the entertainment industry, the rap industry. You know how many like actual? I saw a video on YouTube that was titled, "Will Tekashi 6ix9ine be the first hip hop's first successful snitch?" I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" We already know there's household names out there that court documents already say that they snitch, but for whatever reason, it's been shoved under the rug, or because they have a certain status or a certain power or a certain amount of commas in their bank account, people don't sweat it like that. So that shit was kind of warped. But what's more warped to me is, according to street rules and street law, how people are able to allow so many other forms of disloyalty, and it just doesn't get as checked as much as the snitching does. Also, look at it like this, right? Let's make a hypothetical example, right? Let's say somebody's in an organization, a gang or whatever, and they kill their man, that was their man, over a bag, over some money, right? That was foul. They killed their man over money. Now compare that to, let's say, Tekashi 6ix9ine situation. He's facing 47 years. So either you're going to take this deal and you're going to snitch, or you're going to be doing at least 47 years. Now here's the comparison, right? Both of them things are like quite foul, right? But at least in 6ix9ine's position, there was like a quality of lifestyle. There was there was a threat of dying in prison. Whereas in the other situation where someone killed their man over a bag, had they not killed their man over a bag, there would have been no consequence. They wouldn't have gotten locked up for that. In fact, you're taking a chance getting locked up by killing your man. But in that case, it's it's the bag that you're trying to get, but there's no consequence. You know what I'm saying? At least in 6ix9ine's position, he had the his back was up against a wall in so many terms. You know what I'm saying? Had he not done that, he'll do life in prison. Had the other dude not killed his man, he would have just been on the street, just without that amount that he would have took from dude. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I don't know, like the shit is just warped in my opinion. Snitching ain't cool, but there are far worse things that happen in that life. Yeah, man, you got I mean, y'all hear the stories. You got all types of rape that be going on the humble, and to get in, and you got to do so much other shit. Just watch any, if you're not familiar with it on some firsthand or in your neighborhood, just watch some of these documentaries. Bloods, Crips, anything. Nietas, Latin Kings. Watch some of these documentaries. Watch some of them interviews. Well, the quiet room interviews don't really go in, in the detail of the dirty side as much. But, watch any documentary on this stuff, and you're going to find so many other atrocities. You're going to find so many other forms of disloyalty that's just like, it's not reprimanded as much. And in a lot of instances, it's part of the shit that makes these people real niggas. Oh, we catch his bodies. Oh, but one of them bodies was his man. So what? He a real nigga. That nigga shouldn't have been da-da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as that real nigga snitches, now he's just deplorable. He's the worst thing in the world. He wasn't the worst thing in the world when he shot his homeboy in the head. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sammy the Bull, the biggest snitch ever. Let me read up a little bit. If you ain't willing to hang, best not to co-sign. Yeah, if you ain't willing to hang, best not to co-sign on that shit. It's like I said, I'm not trying to excuse dude for doing it. As I understand, to be quite honest, just from what I was looking, because I did a video on this channel maybe 2 months ago about 6ix9ine, from his past dealings with other people before he got with that gang or whatever, it seemed like he was like shysting niggas and stealing from people and doing like dirt and grimy, just out for self type of shit from jump, ever since he first had the slightest glimmer of of notable attention in the music industry. So when I see that he got like a $10 million deal for 2 hours allegedly, he's doing a movie, TV series and all that shit, I'm like, yep, he seems like he's industry scumbag material, to be quite honest with you. like I'm not surprised, I'm not mad, because the shit don't affect me. To to be quite honest, I don't think I'll be trying to write any music for him again. Like, I'd rather stay away from that. You know what I'm saying? Like I, you know, I wouldn't just be on some opportunist shit. Oh, he's getting out. Nah. Let me see. I'm just reading up the comments. Oh, thank you, Katie. Gotta pay for the rap. You ain't rapping. Oh man, Lord's giving me the cosign. Why, thank you, sir. That's my nigga. Yo, I saw earlier, cause I was on the bike, so I couldn't type. But yeah, you said your wife is like 6'1". Let me give you a high five, bro, type situation. You know what I'm saying? You got yourself a tall one, cause you know, as some of y'all may know, Lois is taller than I am. So yeah, yeah. That's, I don't know. You might have to make a whole new basketball league for y'all kids. That's so stupid. And yeah, he was on sexual predator probation. Yeah, he had posted. Yeah, he post everything that was on Instagram. People posting their crimes and all that stupid shit. Oh, what's this stream by? I'm just shooting the crap. I'm trying to, Katie. I'm just trying to get. Well, as you know now, it's at least in part about this 6ix9ine dude. I'm just trying to get in the flow of things and, you know, try to get like a routine show going. So, you know, I'm just speaking on, you know, little things that's on my mind. Not Sneeze stuff, not the funny, crazy cookie stuff. Sneeze will be in this type of talk soon. He keeps running that mouth. He doesn't know what he is saying. Hear you on that. Snitching ain't cool. Yeah, it's far worse. 9 to 5. So, yeah, man. So what do y'all think, man? He said 6'1". I hear you. I hear that. That's dope. But another thing is actually two other things I wanted to talk about that I didn't even look into myself that I heard. One was that pastor dude or whatever that you know was licking the cats. You know what I'm saying? Giving the, you know, the vaginosis. That didn't make sense. You know, it was licking some pussy. Let me just put it blunt, because I can't think of another casual way to say it. My pops too, and I argue still. Okay, somebody left a comment. So I said, you know what? I'll just go live and I'll look that story up and just give my natural reaction while I'm reading about it. I sure the fuck can't play it. So where did y'all see that video? As I understand, a lot of people saw the video. Was the thing on Facebook? Because I know they ain't gonna have that on YouTube, are they? Like the actual video of the pastor licking out these women. What up, Stone Cold? Yeah, lost his NBA height and then some. So yeah, I want to look up that story real quick. But that's crazy right there too. I remember there was a meme some time ago with another pastor. I know probably y'all seen this. The black pastor, he had like he was on a beach and he had like a row of females with their butts all out. And I don't know if he was doing the same thing, giving them head, or if he was just like licking their butt. I don't know what that was about. Y'all remember that? It was like a meme that was going around. All right, well, my thing don't want to work. All right, here we go. Let me look that shit up, though. Excuse me. Y'all know what his name is? The pastor dude? Real life superstar, that's who you are. Real life superstar, that's who you are. I was wondering what was that about. They were talking about it on Facebook tonight. Okay, yeah. Because, yeah, you know Facebook, they'll put anything on there. You can put explicit shit, and they don't care. They go hard on Facebook. You know, YouTube, you ain't going to see all that. Even the picture I saw on YouTube, it had like some smiley faces covering, you know, the goods. Man, my shit don't want to work now. Yo, my computer's like mad slow. I think it's time to retire this shit. Anybody know about computers? I got an i7 desktop, but it was around the time that i7 processors first came out. So it was like a first generation desktop. All right, Pastor. Anybody know his name? Because I want to look that thing up. Fruquan in the building. What up, what up? And toss me round 3. All these pastors do is prove themselves fake anyway. Yeah, yo. What was his name, though? Because I want to look that shit up. 5. Superstar lady. What do I put? Pastor licks vagina. I'm trying to search it. I'm gonna have to be careful because with the way Google works, they don't really censor it either. I could do it in. All right, let me check this shit out. Oh, this is an old one. Pastor licks women's vagina, April 27th, 2011. Nah, we want that new shit. We want that new clue tape. We don't want the old shit. That's probably the one I was talking about them on the beach. Watch leak of popular American pastor Wilson. Mr. Wilson! Well, we can't put the image up, so. Caught with a lady. Licking female. Oh my goodness, no. I don't know if we could show that. I guess this shit ain't show. I'm just gonna read it. Viral video, Pastor David E. Wilson. We ain't gonna watch it. We're gonna read about it. This is where it starts. Wonders they say shall never end is a viral video capturing the moment Pastor David E. Wilson was allegedly caught on live camera eating up a woman who was believed not to be his wife's vagina. In the said video, the popular Texas gospel crusader could be heard speaking in tongues. Wow, as he licks the woman while the woman, who could not hold the orgasm, moan out loudly. Many social media users have slammed the popular preacher for such shameful and disgraceful act ever since the video broke out, while some people concluded that the preacher missed his calling as he is destined to be a great porn star. A video that allegedly showed Pastor E. David Wilson of Bible Way Ministries and World Outreach Incorporated, or at the very least someone who strongly resembles him, going down on a woman who doesn't appear to be his wife. We're not sure if the video was edited or what, but the man goes on for damn near a full minute without even taking a breath, taking the phrase speaking in tongues to a whole new level. At one point, the guy even briefly looks up to the camera, which means he knows he was being recorded. Not a good look, Pastor. The clip, accompanied by the caption, Pastor Wilson out here doing the Lord's work, was originally shared on Twitter Monday. Okay. I mean, I guess this is kind of news, but see, I thought it was more along the lines like first I thought he was licking like several women. I didn't even know it was just like him caught behind the scenes with one woman. It's like standard stuff for a lot of these Sunday pastors, to be honest. This ain't really, I guess since they got the video of it, that's what makes it viral. But I thought the story was like more deep than that. I thought he was like doing it under command of the Lord or claiming to do it. You know what I'm saying? Something along those lines, like coercing women to, like they're going to get blessings if he eats them out. I thought it was some shit like that. Oh, is this just some old regular, disingenuous pastor that just got caught doing some stupid shit? That's all? Very underwhelming. Oh, the brothers are both around 7 feet. Wow. Only 5'1". You a giant to me. Yeah, you're a little shorty. Creflo changed his last name to Dollar. That's how greedy he is. Word. What is his name? What's his name? Pastor David E. Wilson. Mr. Wilson. He's a giant to me as well. So jealous. Gotta bounce. Peeps Frost is hitting me up about some shenanigans in the works. Okay. Keep the shenanigans popping, fam. You know what I mean? But wow, that's all that was about? Okay. Well, obviously, I ain't gonna play the video. I don't even want to watch that shit, to be honest with you. But what's the other thing? Oh, is there anybody in the UK up in the building right now? You know what I'm saying? I am in tune with UK matters. Anybody in the UK? I know y'all got the Brexit situation going on right now. What's y'all prime minister's name? Y'all prime minister in the UK is actually, I looked him up. He's actually from New York. He's from Manhattan. He's from not too far where I was born. I grew up in East Harlem. He grew up, or he was born or raised in like the Upper East Side, which up to like 100th Street is like a very affluent, wealthy area. And then from like 100 further on up, it turns to East Harlem, and then it turns to Spanish Harlem and then Harlem, which, is kind of traditionally, very hood and low income like or whatever. So I found that interesting. Y'all prime minister is from here, is from New York. And the dude looks and acts a lot like Donald Trump, another New Yorker. So, you know what I'm saying? New York just got the world on lock right now. But, yeah, y'all got the Brexit situation going on. What do y'all think is going to happen? Are y'all going to leave the EU without a deal? Or is they going to, you know, are they going to accept the deal? You know what I'm saying? I was chopping it up about that earlier. But the other story I wanted to check out that, you know, I'm doing all this with virgin ears and eyes. I haven't even looked into it yet. Is the dude, where's he at, in Georgia, that allegedly infected 600 plus black women, the white dude, with HIV. And the thing that got my attention with that is, honestly, I suspect it might be a hoax. And y'all gonna understand why as I, you know, look it up. So I guess first let me look that shit up. What's it, white man 600 with the HIV. A DJ, Jason DJ Kid Pope, allegedly exposed over. Okay, see, it's all in the language. Okay, see, this title says it more realistically. Because the way I heard it, the way people were talking about it, they say that the dude infected 600 plus black women with HIV. I don't know, is this shit on the screen? The title, y'all see it, right? Jason Kid Pope allegedly exposed over 600 black women. Now that makes a lot more sense. That was the whole reason why I was like, it's got to be a hoax. Cause how could they quantify that many women that he infected with HIV? But yeah, let me look that shit up real quick. I guess we'll just watch the video real quick. Fuck it. I'd rather find an article, you know what I'm saying? I don't do a video with a video. Oh, don't tell me this shit like, oh yeah, we ain't doing no hour and 32 minutes thing about this shit. There got to be an article about it. Yeah, it's all in the language. That's that telephone shit. Oh, son, you know we infected 2 million women with HIV. Having AIDS to black women. Okay, here we go. Let's find out the real scoop. By way of Lipstick Alley. Popular Florence DJ charged in human trafficking? Is that it? All right. Okay, I got to page 1. Okay, we've literally been targeted. Black community and everyone is laughing, shaking my head, IG, everything is a joke. He slept with over 600 black females, knowing he is positive for AIDS in SC, South Carolina, and throughout other states, targeting only African females, having sex exchange for money, tickets, or drugs, and everyone joking like it's funny. If he slept with over 600 black females, think about it. More than likely, they're sexually active with others as well, so that's 1,200, and it just keeps growing. Also, sex trafficking, getting these young girls to come alone to hotel rooms in remote areas to get tickets, prizes, just to have sex and send them off to other states or country as sex slaves. He was really doing all that. The dude doing way too much. No one is going to understand it until it's their family member, friend, peer, such and such, such and such. I want to find like an article. That's just somebody's little post on it. That shit crazy though. Well, I can't find an article that's real concise that I could just read on it that well. But here's the thing. This is what I was talking about, right? Let me see if I can find this. Chance of infecting or spreading HIV, right? Because here's the thing, right? And I found this out a while ago. HIV is not an easy infection to spread, as I understand, statistically and according to how it is. From man to woman, it is a lot easier. you know, because the man got the penis, we inject it. It's way easier than from a woman to a man by way of vaginal sex. But some people even claim that it's impossible for a woman to spread it to a man just by way of vaginal intercourse. I don't know. I wouldn't gamble with those chances, but they say it's like very, very hard to do that way. But even just off, let's say a man got the full-blown HIV, it's still more than likely if he has sex with a woman, he's not going to infect her, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I can find the thing. Unprotected sexual exposure to human immunodeficiency virus doesn't necessarily lead to infection. In fact, some studies have gone as far as saying that successful successful HIV-1 transmission occurs only 1 out of 1,000 times. HIV doesn't have it easy when trying to establish a new infection. See, that's how it is. That's what I learned. Not to say that, you know, take your condoms off and, you know what I'm saying, go all out. But the reality is it's not easily spreadable through heterosexual sex. I'm trying to find the thing that got the list that say the, you know what I'm saying, the, you know, per one exposure, this is the rate and all of that shit. But basically what I'm getting at is if this dude had sex with over 600 black women, more likely than not, most of them, only a small handful would then get infected if we're talking about just like one encounter. And if this man has had sex with 600 women, keep in mind there's only 365 days in a year. So you got to think how much time it would take to have sex with that many women, which would lead to the plausibility that these were one-off experiences, meaning he had sex with them just one time. I don't know, maybe some of them, you know what I'm saying, maybe he didn't, but you'd have to be just rocking out like every hour of the day to have consistent sexual relationships with over 600 women. So basically what I'm getting at is, yeah, it's messed up that he's doing that, but the likelihood is only a small percentage, if any, were actually infected. Do anybody know the story? Has anyone came out with a positive infection after dude did it? Because that one article or that one YouTube video where the shorty had like an hour and 32-minute stream, she said it in way more realistic terms. She said, man exposes over 600 black women to HIV. Because when, you know, from the telephone game, the way I'm hearing it, people were saying, man infects over 600 women with HIV. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, that just doesn't sound right. So either it's a hoax or, you know, some cowards got the story twisted. See, HIV isn't transmitted only through sexual contact, sharing needles. Maybe I gotta go to like the CDC shit or something. Let me see what's up in the chat. If anybody's saying something about the thing, he's getting a lot. He's getting a lot for sure. Spreading it like wildfire. I'd like to watch. All right, so let me see if I can find the actual statistics, because as I understand, it's very hard to spread it, even if someone has the shit. Because y'all probably done read stories. There's stories of women, you know, Jezebel ass women that allegedly infected a whole bunch of dudes with HIV. And like I said, for a woman to pass it to a man due to the viral load in the ovum or the vaginal fluid or whatever, it doesn't really, the HIV strain doesn't live there that well. So to transfer it there to a man, also since a man isn't the open womb, we just got a little hole and shit, you know, it has to go in the hole. So that makes it harder, you know, as with a man to a woman. You know, nigga just gotta shoot the shit right in your you know, you got a big ass area that could just suck and soak that shit up. So when I hear stories about that, about women that infected a whole bunch of dudes, unless she's, yeah, it's just not realistic. Exploring HIV transmission rates. Come on, man. Give me a chart. I need like a chart or something. Notice how you can never find what you're looking for when you're looking for it? Then you put chance of spreading HIV chart. How about that? Always on my estimates. Is this it? All right, here we go. Here we go. Perfect. Let me see. Is this on the screen? Hold on. Let me try to get this like really, really on the screen. You know what? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna open up another window because I want this whole shit to be seen. I want y'all to see what the actual, you know, realistic possibilities of spreading this shit is. Because I remember, like, growing up, I used to be shook. Do y'all remember that? Like junior high school and high school, and they show you them videos with the, you know, the salami sandwich penises and all that type of crap. That shit used to have me shook. As a little kid, I was under the impression that, like, if a woman has HIV or AIDS, if you have sex with her without a condom, you just automatically get it just off of one thing. Like, them shits used to have us. I don't know how it was in y'all schools, but when we go to the health class or whatever and they show them videos with all that wild shit, that shit was wild. All right, let me open up a thing. Take a little minute. Real life superstar is who you are. It goes, lights, camera, add a new source. Let y'all check this out with me. Window match priority, Chrome. Okay, now we got a whole fresh window. You don't got to see my face. You don't got to see Tone face. You can just read the shit along with me. Hold up, if I could move this shit. Shit. Make the shit big. Come on, Bubba. There we go. Let's look at some real statistics of how transmittable this is. All right. The risk of getting HIV varies widely depending on the type of exposure or behavior, such as sharing needles or having sex without a condom. Some exposures to HIV carry a much higher risk of transmission than other exposures. For some exposures, while transmission is biologically possible, the risk is so low that it is not possible to put a precise number on it. But risks do add up over time. Even relatively small risks can add up over time and lead to a high lifetime risk of getting HIV. In other words, there may be a relatively small chance of acquiring HIV when engaging in a risk behavior with an infected partner only once, but if repeated many times, the overall likelihood of becoming infected after repeated exposures is actually much higher. So here go the chart right here, as y'all see. The table below shows the risk of transmission per 10,000 exposures for various types of exposure. All right, so we're going to skip the blood transfusion, the needle, and all that shit. Sexual. Receptive anal intercourse. You know, when someone gets fucked in the ass, risk per 10,000 exposures. Out of 10,000 exposures, 138 people that get squirted in their butt end up walking away with the grand prize, right? Insertive anal intercourse. So this is, you know, the one that's giving it in the Duke shoot. On their penis, only 11 out of 10,000 people walk away with the grand prize. Receptive penile-vaginal intercourse, right? Insertive. Okay, so all right, receptive penile-vaginal intercourse, that means the penis, the woman, right? From regular vaginal intercourse. 8 out of 10,000 one-time sexual, sexual engagements or whatever, only 8 out of 10,000 times would the woman catch that, right? Now we're talking about a man that slept with over 600 black women. Nowhere near 10,000 quite. So if if it's only 8 that would catch it off of 10,000, then if we're talking 600, how much is 6? How many times 6 go into 10,000? We'll approximate. We'll say about 20 times, maybe about like 15 times, let's say, right? So 15 times less. So that's like almost like 0.5. So that means one woman has, out of the 600, if it was just one-time things, the chances are that one woman has like a 50-50 chance that she might have caught it. So it's very possible that the over 600 women the dude slept with, none of them got the shit. If we're talking about one-time situations, right? Insertive penile-vaginal intercourse, right? That means the woman giving it to the dude 4 out of 10,000 times. Receptive oral intercourse and insertive oral intercourse, meaning, you know, the penis or the mouth, they're not even able to quantify a number. It just says low. Biting, spitting, throwing body fluids, including semen or saliva, negligible. Sharing sex toys, dildos, negligible. So if anybody got refurbished dildos out there that's selling them or whatever, you don't really got to worry that much because it's negligible. There's not going to be an HIV transmission through, you know, any of the refurbished dildos for anyone that's into that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is what I was saying. So when I heard that dude infected, because that's how I heard it. I heard I heard this punk infected over 600 black women with HIV. So he exposed them. So even though he exposed them to it, statistics say 8 out of 10,000 one-time sexual engagements is when a woman would actually catch it from a dude. Now, again, he could have had repeated intercourse with many or even possibly all 600 plus women. But that would take a whole lot of time. And you know most people aren't really that privy to statistics and details like that. So his punk ass probably thought that he was, you know, a bioweapon and he was really just, you know, rocking off and giving all these women AIDS on some race soldier, bitch ass nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? He probably actually thought that he was doing that shit. And I say that to say, you know, he probably was just hitting them off one time thinking, oh, I did my thing. I gave her that bullshit. You know? So, but yeah, that's good to read. Whoever that woman is that had a video talking about he exposed 600 women. That's way more realistic. I'm trying to find like an official article of the story though. All right, I'm gonna change the keywords. White man exposes a white man who girls and women reported of. All right, what's this? Oh, this is the dude. Okay, whoa. The story gets deeper as I finally find an article that talks about it. Look at this mother. This is a Tyree Sneedish look. This dude is very Sneed. Sneed is the new word for just somebody that look like a creep. Tell me this dude don't look Sneed. This dude is Sneed. They were teenagers and he had been doing since 1995. Thank you, Fruquan. Yeah, because I'm reading this now. Now they're going into more detail. This was like his lifelong legacy. A white man who girls and women reported of having AIDS targeted hundreds of black girls and women specifically. This nigga was on some sleeper cells sleeping with type shit. A man named Jason Pope, who was recently arrested for sex trafficking, has been bragging online for nearly a decade that he targeted black women. Wow, so he's been bragging about this shit for 10 years. According to deputies, a 13-year-old girl and other women who was raped by Pope told deputies she later found out Pope had AIDS. Wow. According to ABC 15, a well-known Florence man who was recently charged with human trafficking may have possible victims that date much further back than what the police are currently investigating. Ugh. You know, I'm the type of dude, I don't mind being corrected. But when I'm corrected and the story is just so much more deplorable than I imagined it to be, just for the sake of the victims and for the situation, you know, it's kind of whack. According to the news network, Jason Roger Pope, 42, also known as DJ Kid, was charged with 3 counts of trafficking in persons, 3 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct, second-degree criminal sexual conduct with a minor, promoting the prostitution of a minor, and kidnapping back on August 29th. Police reports state a 13 and 16-year-old girl walked into a hospital and told doctors they had unprotected sex and were raped with Jason Pope, who was 34 years old at the time. The underage girl said Pope gave them marijuana and money in exchange for him raping them. That sentence don't really make sense. He gave y'all marijuana and money, and in exchange he raped you? If it was rape, then it wouldn't have been an exchange. That sounds like a barter. You can't barter rape. I'll be happy to pay you marijuana and $5 for rapage. I don't even want to go there because it almost sounds like I'm trying to excuse the scumbag, and by no means am I trying to do that. I'm just, I guess, big on words and things making sense. But either way, it is a piece of shit. Pope allegedly assaulted a 14-year-old girl around July 7, 2019, according to SM warrants. Authorities learned through social media that between July 1st and July 30th, Pope solicited a 17-year-old girl identified as TC and received money and other things of value from Pope. According to deputies, the 13-year-old girl who was raped by Pope told deputies she later found out Pope had AIDS. Pope took a second victim to his home on Lakewood Drive and raped her as well. And police say at the time the girl identified his home and his license plate number. The victim said she was sexually assaulted on Thanksgiving and was concerned she also contracted AIDS. A mother reported Pope to the police, saying that Pope was luring her 15-year-old daughter with prizes and trying to rape her. The biggest report came from a family member of Pope who called police and told them that Pope was having sex with minors. She then posted that she reported him on social media. She told deputies that it had been happening for a long time, but it had recently gotten worse. A neighboring witness who didn't want to be identified told police he suspected something was wrong a long time ago. Seeing who we had next door, these young girls, they looked like they were very young, underage maybe, and they stayed over there, some, and then they disappeared. They've asked the police for all the incidents involving Pope, which police wrote reports, no matter how he was involved. According to Jason Pope himself, he deliberately targeted black women and girls specifically. Y'all see this on the screen, right? And it took this long to get him. That shit crazy, yo. His text messages. Why you hate black cock? Go get AIDS? You already got them, bitch. So you saying the nigga you fucked gave you AIDS? Why did you hate his sex? Get your something ass on, man. Go suck on charcoal, shit turns. Make sure you charge them broker jokers money. I got my own money. Don't need a nigga for shit. But big black, don't nobody want your pink scribble up there. Oh, shit. All right, so the blue is the woman or the girl. The strategy was simple. Fuck all the fast black hoes raw and nut in them. And then hope and pray they continue being fast and hope they go and fuck nothing but black boys raw. Think about that. Gotcha. This nigga, I'm 36 with 693 bodies, all black females. I guess, what about you? What about you? Oh my goodness. This is disgusting. I need a favor, but nobody can know we talking. I'll pay you $300. Send me some sex videos. I need them in here. Bye. She said, get the fuck out of here. You know who I am? You know how famous I can make you? The celebrities I can introduce you to? Wow. Somebody need to take this dude top off early. Well, one thing I could say, he ain't gonna survive prison. This is the fuckery. This nigga is a fucking sad case. Y'all steady letting this man boost y'all. Young ladies, don't let this man fool y'all. Have respect for yourself. It's sad that he even tries to come on sexually towards young ladies. Remember this. You can see a famous person without having sex for tickets. Y'all better tell that. I've been wanting to eat the baddest girl in Andrews for 3 years. Make my dream come true. Well, I guess this shit gonna keep going on, but all right, it's at the end here. Little short bitch ass dude too. You know, not that's actually an insult to short people. I don't want to equate anybody to this motherfucker. My mom made me sleep with him when I was 13 just so she could get high. I still remember that to this day. I got pregnant. I would. Not all of us were nasty. Some of us didn't have a choice, especially at 13. Wow, I'm nearly speechless reading that bullshit, yo. So yeah, in a lot of these situations, he probably was having repeated sex with them or whatever. But we could still ride on these statistics though. Cause you know, even with repeated exposures, it's still gonna be more likely not that they catch some shit than they do. It just increases the risk, obviously, if you're having, you know, numerous encounters. So that 8 out of 10,000 exposures, let's say you rock out with them 20 times, then, you know, out of 10,000, if it's 10,000 people that someone has sex with 20 times, it may turn to, I don't know, like 200 or 300. You know, out of 600, the numbers are still going to be low. But I mean, even one is terrible. That's disgusting, yo. Damn. I can't even get this face, this expression off my face. That shit is fucked up. I do not have a good poker face. That's why I like the online poker. You don't gotta see my non-poker face having ass. Yeah, I got a face that expresses everything. And since I'm light-skinned, like if I feel an emotion or if I get angry, the red will come out. Like, yeah, I have there's no disguise with this face. It expresses and emotes how I feel. And right now, even though I got a little bit of a smile, like I can't get that part off. You know, the scowl. All right, force it off. Put on a happy face. Do like Joker. For those that saw the Joker movie, I know what I'm talking about. Which, by the way, was a pretty good movie. Now, I heard that it was like supposed to be mad dark, the Joker movie. Which it was kind of dark, but when I think of dark, I think like a movie about this ass clown. You know what I'm saying? That's dark. Joker wasn't dark like that, so. But yeah, it was dope. It had like a dusted late 70s, early 80s New York City type of vibe to it. Of course, it took place in Gotham, which, you know, is likened to New York City because technically it was in New York City. So if anybody didn't see it, it's a dope ass movie. I can't get over this dude though. Damn. So apparently they did say that at least some, like a couple of the ladies, actually came forth post-infection. So he did infect somebody, but I still think the numbers are probably going to be very, very low. I doubt any more than 20 out of the 600 plus. Can't even say women, because a lot of them were little girls. Sex trafficking. Yeah, that dude is Sneed, yo. Let me show you how Sneed he is. This guy. This dude is Sneed, yo. Look at that, Sneed. That shit fucked up. I gotta take a break behind this. I'm gonna play reminiscent on the Tekashi 6IX9INE thing that I was talking about earlier. Check this track out. Black Sector Mafia, y'all know what it is. Where we at? Oh, it's actually on my page. I don't think Bob got it on his thing. Let me see.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audience.
Yeah, it's on my page. back.
Some dark-skinned people throughout the world started in the 1960s to kind of stir and say, maybe we should become a different people. Maybe we should not be so primitive. Maybe we should be problem solvers. Because we usually know how to make a lot of problems. We don't know how to solve the problems that we make or solve the problems that other people make for us.
Everybody wanna be a thug till they stand in front the judge and them charges fit you like a glove. Everybody wanna be a boss till it's time to take a loss, and now you finally figured out the cost. Everybody wanna be a thug till they stand in front the judge and them charges fit you like a glove. Everybody wanna be a boss till it's time to take a loss, and now you finally figured out the cost.
If it don't fit, then they must have quit. When you was snuck right on the camera in court, how were you up on the gram with the grass plus the cameraman zoom what you had done in court? You bang with the gang and you posted the modern rendition of your wanted poster. Your slang is the cipher, they know it. They follow your Instagram or that you wrote. Crime moving silent, you shit on the game. A wannabe star, what you showing it off, and you stunting your city for fame. You'll get powerful game for these poets and authors. Harlem that's lost and all in between is a wannabe thug causing a scene. Gangsters is real moving silence, but you scream so now you might do 4 to 15. Homie did 10, now he's out of the pen. Age 35 on the fuck shit again. Young as they fronted and work. It's his only way comfortable to get it in. The devil will give you consignment. A front for your soul, what do you think the sign meant? Plus it's a comment to trap you. Got it from an undercover, now they have you back lacking that jack mac and no ass having your ass back, and the streets give you no cash back, and your girl bad and they ass back, and the thug drive you a bad passenger and sad as fuck all can be. You want the streets and they want you back, just another one among the wannabes.
Sheesh. Everybody wanna be a thug till they stand in front the judge and them charges fit you like a glove. Everybody wanna be a boss till it's time to take a loss, and now you finally figured out the cost.
All these shorties wanna be a thug. They wanna walk around strapped all day and try to peddle drugs. But them yams ain't never quick enough. So they always cook a plan to be the man and try to clip the plug. Yo, DeMarco, get big racks up on the phone. Tell him that we on the way and that we need a couple zones. Big Rack said it was cool. Shoot straight to the spot. Just creep up through the alley, cause the shit been kinda hot. We hit the spot. DeMarco pulled the strap. The motherfucking fans started running from the back. They said just hit the flow and took the money and the dope. This whole fucking time, Rack's been working with them folks.
Everybody wanna be a thug till they stand in front the judge and them charges fit you like a glove. Everybody wanna be a boss till it's time to take a loss, and now you finally figured out the cost. Fucked around and now you stressing once the judge enters. I'll rise, look in the eyes of this public defender. Fuck, facing calendars, hella years. Turned around looking at your mom's face, full of tears. Cold streets got you riding on another mission. Felt at home in the trap till they clamped down the system. Eyes bulging out this socket once you bagging up, thinking of what's
I need
to
my
come,
$50,
that new
bro.
package left the gummies numb. Adding digits on the calculator, hit it with that fork once it lock, call that the activator. Time passed, now you count stacks. Felt the addiction to the money pulling you in, that's when you got attached. Everybody wanna be a thug till they stand in front the judge and them charges fit you like a glove. Everybody wanna be a boss till it's time to take a loss, and now you finally figured out the cost.
You wanna rob, you wanna steal, huh? You wanna mask up, fill your glass up. You wanna kill, huh? You took them charges, you ain't squeal, huh? Your main nigga, he ain't 100 with you, he voted for a deal, huh? You wanna cook dope in a pot and let it lock and drop. You call your gun Duracell and pop them copper tops. The dope game old, you scamming credit cards to shop. The cocaine sold, you gave them young boys the block. But it was too late, no crackers raided your place. They found Duracell in the brown Gucci suitcase. They opened up a new case, and now look at what you face. This is a charge you can't beat like Blueface, so you turn state.
Everybody wanna be a thug till they stand in front the judge and them charges fit you like a glove. Everybody wanna be a boss till it's time to take a loss.
All right, good people. It's about that time of the night for the effery. LA got his show going on, cooking the sector. So I'm about to hop on over there and check that out. But thanks for coming through. I'm gonna be doing like shows on the regular, talking about actual issues and stuff with Kelly Bundy and all that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set it up with the actual panels. So whatever we talking about, you get on the panel and yap about that too. I'm gonna keep it old school too. I know everyone's using the StreamYard. I'm gonna take it back, just so I can stand out. I'm gonna take it back to the Hangouts. I'm gonna still use Hangouts because you could still use Hangouts on YouTube. It's just, you gotta be software savvy. So good looking for coming through. Catch y'all next time, maybe tomorrow. I might even hop on a little game thing tonight and stuff like that. So I put the link if anyone want to, go on LA side of things. I think he's on Lamar said and spelled backwards. So catch y'all on that side.